today we are going to continue working on our Radial Symmetry Batik. Now if you remember last week we designed one side with symmetry, then we started tracing it in each square to create radial symmetry. Once you have transferred your design 4 times, you're going to go over the entire design with Sharpie to make it nice and clear. Now if there were some areas where you mixed up some of the lines, make sure you trace it exactly how you want your batik to look. You will see here that my design, the lines that I'm drawing here are the lines here that are going to be white. So what you're going to need today is you're going to need a 9x9 piece of white fabric, 2 paper clips to hold the fabric to the paper, and you will need a bottle of washable glue. That is very important for this batik. So the first thing you're going to do, once you've traced it with Sharpie, you have it exactly how you want it, you're going to put your 9x9 piece of fabric on your design. Now the might not line up perfectly, but do the best that you can. And we're not going to tape it. All we're going to do is we're going to take 2 paper clips and we're going to attach it that way. I'm going to put it in 2 spots where it doesn't really go over any kind of line as we're going to be gluing. Now it's still, you still can move it, so it's important that when you're tracing over it with the glue you don't have it move. Now we're going to be doing the wax part of the batik. Now we're not going to be using hot wax, instead we're going to be using washable glue. And again, the part that we're gluing today, those lines, are the part that will come out white, and we'll wash out the glue at the very end. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of draw with the glue, and it's easiest if you rest your hand on the table or on the fabric. If you just try and hold it up, you're not going to trace a nice thin line. You also want to start in a place where you can make sure that your hand won't get in it. But notice how I'm going really slow. You can see those lines through. You can see the Sharpie lines underneath that fabric. And I'm just tracing with really slowly and lightly over all of my lines. It's way better to go slower and add more glue, because if you whip through this and you're pressing too hard, squeezing too hard, and you use too much glue, it's going to be very hard to remove it. But you're going to continue tracing over all of your lines with a thin line of glue until you've gone over all of your details, all of your Sharpie lines. Now if you make a mistake, wipe it up as soon as you can with a paper towel. But if you're going nice and slow, that shouldn't be a problem. Once you have gone over all of your lines, we will let it dry, and when you come next week we will be talking about analogous colors and how we will paint the batik.